Hi everyone, Zine here, and today I will show you how to use Windows Sandbox. Before jumping into the configuration details, let's explain what Windows Sandbox is and how it can be useful for you. Windows Sandbox is a lightweight desktop that runs on your computer in an isolated environment. All applications you install on the Sandbox will run separately from your physical computer. It's like running these applications on a separate computer. Instead of being a separate physical computer, it's a separate virtual computer. But how can Windows Sandbox be useful for you? The Sandbox can be useful if you want to test an application that you are not sure it's a secure application and you don't want to take the risk of compromising your computer security. In this case, you can copy and run this application on the Sandbox, and if something bad happens, it will not affect your computer. The same thing applies to emails, attached files, or URLs link you may suspect to be phishing links. To be able to use Windows Sandbox on your Windows 10 computer, you should satisfy these minimum requirements. Windows Sandbox is available only on Windows 10 Professional, Enterprise, and Educational editions. It's not available on Windows 10 Home Edition. Your Windows 10 version should be at least 1903. Your computer should support virtualization. Unless you use a very old computer, all modern computers support virtualization. To check your Windows 10 edition and version, click on the Start menu and type WinVer. Here you can see the Windows 10 edition. It's Windows 10 Pro in my case. And here you get the version. Okay. To check whether your computer supports virtualization, open the Task Manager. I right-click on the taskbar and click on Task Manager. Then click on Performance tab. And here you can see whether the virtualization is enabled. If not, you should restart your computer, enter the BIOS, and enable it from the BIOS menu. Now that you have checked that your computer is ready to use Windows Sandbox, let's enable this feature. First, click on the Windows Start menu, then click on Settings. In the search area, type Windows Features. Click on the best match. On the Windows Features list, scroll all the way down, find the Windows Sandbox feature, enable it, and click OK. Windows will then install this feature, and at the end, it will prompt you to restart the computer to complete the installation. So do it, restart your computer, and when you log in again, you will be able to use the Windows Sandbox. So to use Windows Sandbox, click on the Start menu and type Sandbox. Click to start the application. And here you will get a Windows 10 desktop running on a virtual environment. Now that you have your Sandbox running, you can, for example, install a program that you want to test. For example, I'm going to install Firefox browser. I already downloaded, so I'm going to copy the setup program from my host computer, go on the Windows Sandbox desktop and paste it. I launch the installation, follow the setup steps. Yes. The Firefox web browser is now installed on the Windows Sandbox. What I'm going to do now is to test this URL that someone has sent me, and it seems that is a suspicious URL. So I'm not going to open it on my physical computer, so I'm going to do it on the Sandbox. So let's copy this URL. Paste it. Oh, and effectively, this website has been classified as malicious. It has been blocked by Windows Defender, And even if I get into this website and something has been downloaded, it will not harm my computer. As soon as I close the sandbox, all the work I did will be cleared. And when I try to do it, I get a warning message telling me that, are you sure you want to close Windows Sandbox? Once Windows Sandbox is closed, all of its content will be discarded and permanently lost. I click OK and try to launch the Sandbox again. And I get a fresh Windows 10 installation, and the Firefox I installed earlier has been cleared. Now you may wonder, what's the difference between the Windows Sandbox and the classic virtual machine you can set up using Hyper-V, VMware or VirtualBox? Well, the Windows Sandbox is easy to deploy. It's just a checkbox to enable and it's ready to use. You don't have to go through the entire virtual machine configuration process where you have to set the VM resources such as the CPU, the RAM, the disk, etc. And there is no operating system to install. So even a non-techie user can quickly set the Windows Sandbox up and start using it. The downside of the Windows Sandbox is that you lose your work and configuration when you close it. So you can't start it later and continue where you stopped. Windows Sandbox is helpful to do some quick tests. If you find this video useful, hit this like button. It will encourage me to make more videos like this for you.